There is way too much sugar in my tea today, guys. So I see all the usuals here. Zephyr, the mod with the mostest. Thank you for being here. And I see Peria. Hi, wishing me and Greg a hello. Greg is at work. It's his last day of the week. So not yet done with his job, but last work day of the week. Karen, Stephanie, Patricia, Dave Murphy, Tina, Dave Murphy. So I'm sorry I was a little bit late, guys. I was over watching Candor's live, and when I came in, there was a whole kerfuffle going on. It was kind of crazy. Hi, Jane, Sweet Jane. I love that song, Sweet Jane. So my friends, let's all shuffle on in. I want to remind everybody that there is a complimentary past life regression after this. I know some of you are coming in from the UK and it's kind of late. Hi, history buff. Complimentary past life regression. Let me see how many spots we have filled. We are almost at capacity. We still have 4 more spots, guys, if you want to. Oh, YouTube just took Candor's live down. Okay. I should give him a heads up, tell him to come on over to mine. Okay. Dave Murphy. We both got there at the same time. So I've got my Zephyr, I've got my WhatsApp open too, if you want to pop over there. I think we all need some kittens. What do you say? Let's have some kittens. Yeah, I saw it went down. I didn't know if he went down or what. But okay. Okie doke. Okie doke. Trevor said he was going to reach out to Fiona. So I didn't see it, so I don't know. But we'll have some kittens. We'll do some kittens, guys. So let's giddy up. So fan favorite Friday. What did you guys think? Those of you that jumped in on it, what did you think? Did you like? Oh, mute that. I've got it on like 2 different channels. So, and I'm going to drop some memberships too. Let's do some memberships. There you go. 5 more memberships went out today. Getting crazy. Getting crazy up in it. So, oh, Sky and Kathy, you all got memberships. Laura Yap, what a cool name. Laura Yap. Sky, welcome to the club. So yeah, we did a haunted story this week. I thought that was fun. And I'm going to drop the link let me ungroup that. And I will give you guys a link for the past life regression. I think it's in the description of this video. But we'll start about an hour and a half. Here you go. Paste. Kathy and Sky, welcome to the exclusive club. It's not that exclusive, but welcome. Let me put this filter. I need a little more filter in the afternoon. So I added a little more filter there. So Kathy, I am glad you got one too. Zephyr said that. And Sky, you needed one. So here we go. All right. The Cool Kids Club. We have Dr. Pepper and cigarettes. So yes, those of you that want to come to the past life regression, There it is. That's the link. You can see it right in the description. I got 4 more spots that are open. Just give you the rundown on how we're going to do this. I'm going to give 15 minutes of prep, and then everybody's going to go into a 45-minute guided visualization meditation. And you are going to look at one of your past lives. And then we're going to have a group discussion after. So it's on Zoom. It's not on YouTube. YouTube, I can't bring everybody on. It gets a little chaotic. So we will do that on Zoom. So if you want to join it, just make sure that you have your Zoom updated. You're ready to go. And we're going to have a good time with it. And get comfortable. Get comfortable. So see some really cool stuff. So, all right, let's talk a little bit about some of the fan favorite stuff that came up that we didn't cover. As always, if you guys have questions, I would love a super chat or super sticker from you. Super chat is better because you can put your question really, really big. Sky, will you be there in spirit? No, you're going to be in yourself here. You're going to have a telescope. You're going to be looking at your past life in a telescope. And I do a lot of suggestions. I suggest twice in this new protocol that I've written for you to view it objectively. And you also get some breakthrough stuff over the next couple of weeks. Samantha, I don't know if you're signed up for the past life regression. You should do this. You would love this. You would love it. It's like a little vacation on the interwebs. So I'm going to go to my post. Oh, Zephyr, thank you. Thank you, Zephyr. I love you too. I think you're fan-freaking-tastic. Let me get over here and put a heart on that. So I got to move this over too, guys. So I'm not looking at anything in my studio. I don't care what's going on in the YouTube studio. I just watch the live feed like you guys see it. So let's see. We're going to go to the posts. And I got lots of responses for this. Celebrity Chaos. Oh, Vagary had asked about Diddy trial update and the Karen Reed verdict. So it's wild. Fitness Hutch actually texted me. Yes, Tina, you can choose which life to look at. Yes, absolutely. So the Fitness Hutch had actually asked me if I had read on the Karen Reed trial. Now, I wasn't really conversant with it, so I just wasn't that invested in the Karen Reed trial. But I knew there was something funny about it. And, as a psychic, when we read crimes and things like that, like the Manson crime, like I tried to read on that, and those kids were so whacked out on lysergic acid that it was very chaotic. Let's just put it that way. They were not in their right heads. So the Karen Reed situation was very similar. Everyone was very drunk. Oh, Tani, thank you, Tani. Tani sent out some. She's been a member for 4 months, doing good. She's a little highlight on there. Whoops. Hi, Merc. So Karen was found not guilty. She admitted that she drove DUI, and I do think that something happened in the house with 2 gentlemen, meaning the victim and Zephyr. What is the victim's name? Was it Tom? Was it Thomas? So there was something that went down with them, and I think he was left outside. I think they did something and then left him outside, but it was really hard to discern because just everybody was so polluted drunk. It was just really difficult. So, but let's read the aftermath for Karen Reed. I'm gonna pull up our cards here, kitties, and hit the like button if you haven't already. We'll do this, and we'll do a little ditty as well. I got all my good mods here. John O'Keefe, that was it. John O'Keefe. I got Samantha, Zephyr, all the mods in the house. How is Karen Reed going to do? Now, one of the things that I was telling Paul, I said she's got to look over her shoulder for the rest of her life because they're afraid She's going to remember. She's going to tell what she remembers. Hi, Carol. See you. I see you, baby. I see you, baby. So, Karen Reed, what about the rest? Ooh, Page of Cups. King of Cups. King of Pentacles. Nine of Cups. Six of Cups. I don't know. Possible fascinator. I don't know if she is originally from the area she's in, but I think she is going to move home. You know, so we refer to home sometimes as different things. And I think she is going to move back home closer to where she feels comfortable. Dave Murphy, I gotcha. I see it. Thank you, Dave Murphy. Too much inconsistency. Sowing defense did a great job of sowing seeds of doubt. I believe her on this one. Boston is so corrupt. I think she doesn't know what happened. There's Zephyr. Yeah. So I don't think she knows entirely what happened. And I think that at one point she doubted her involvement in this. Like maybe I did do that. Maybe I did run him over by mistake. Like I think she doubted her involvement. Moving forward, I do think, you know, her life at one point was much less complicated as one's would be. And I think she is going to seek a less complicated life. There is some concern for her about moving and getting another job because now of all the notoriety. We're reading on Karen Reed. For everybody who's coming in, make sure you hit that like button. You know what? I'm going to just pull up. Where's his name? John O'Keefe. We're going to talk about him in a minute. See if we can connect with him since I'm doing all this crazy mediumship lately. Crazy mediumship. I'm sorry, I just slurped my tea, guys. That was rude. She now has a civil suit against her. Okay. So I don't think that that's going to be much of anything. I just don't think that that's going to be much of anything. How's she going to do on the civil suit? Ten of Swords. The Star. They're going to try and drag that civil suit all over the place. They're going to drag it all over the floor, up and down the hallway, shake it out over the back stoop. It's just not going to go anywhere. I don't want to say that it's frivolous, but I think the court is going to see it as frivolous. And I'm sorry, guys. I just made everybody BLTs, and this is like one of my favorite summer dresses, and I just got a big splash of grease on it, and I'm like obsessed over it. So Zeph, I think there's a lot more to this story too. You know, there is a point where everyone gets very upset and is trying to correct the situation. So Karen Reed, I do think, is trying to get back to some kind of normalcy. Oh really, Dawn? Okay, I've already put some rubbing alcohol on it. I'll try the Dawn too. Woo, let me take it off right now. I'm kidding. I can do it when we're done here. So does she have to look over her shoulder for the rest of her life? Is she in danger? Girl, you in danger. You guys know what I call these guys. This is Fascinator. It's a Fascinator. What I told Paul, and it's wild that this came up. What I told Paul on WhatsApp today was I think she has. Actually, I should just read my WhatsApp to Paul. So I will do that. Where is it? Here we go. So it's a great big long conversation I had with him. So there was definitely something effed up about that particular crime. Everyone was pretty gassed up. So remote viewing, walking in the players' parts was a bit difficult. The cop that died was pretty drunk. That's John O'Keefe. He was pretty lit up, gassed up, as we say. And just so you know, like that, when I'm like texting, I do text readings all the time, and it is a form of like automatic writing, and you get a lot of good information. So I am of the opinion that two of the men at the house got into it with him, and something happened. He was shuffled around a bit, or they talked about considering a number of different scenarios to cover up the true cause of death. Did Karen run him down? Again, not sure if the guys, tried to set up that particular scenario. In the end, the two men in the house that were involved decided it was best to say they knew nothing about what they knew nothing. The Jersey came out. They squarely put the blame on whatever her name is, Karen Reed. I said KB. And she knows more than she is letting on. And more than she knows she's letting on. Will not be surprised if something happens to her, like she drives off a tricky road while a bit drunk, or winds up taking herself off the earth plane. So that was what I had said to that. So let's see what John O'Keefe has to say to us. I know nothing. I just asked for a fresh cup of tea. A fresh cup of tea. I love that my daughter is a tea drinker, because it makes it easy for me. Here you go, baby doll. Thank you, princess. I know nothing. So I love these kitty cards too. They're not scary at all. They're not scary at all. Not like that Trevor Cat MC who's climbing trees now. I keep calling the orange cat Trevor, so I think his name is Trevor. Just in case you guys haven't seen any of the recent cute pictures before we read on John O'Keefe, I will show you some of the cute pictures that I have of him. Okay. That is so stinking cute. That is the cutest cat ever. And there he is with his little casual arms slung over. Casual cat. Trevor Cat MC is an awesome name, and he's crazy ginger. So he's super cute. All right, so let's get serious. John O'Keefe. And you know what, guys, I just want to pull up a picture of him just so I can kind of see what he looks like, and make sure that I'm in his head. I'm sure he is sick of psychics talking to him. Oh man, he was really cute. Yeah, he looks a little like Ricky Gervais. There's something Ricky Gervais about him. Thank you, my darling. You are a good egg. So, all right, John, talk to me. Talk to me, kid. Yeah, I kind of think John O'Keefe is forgotten in all of this. I think he is forgotten. So, Nine of Pentacles. Six of Wands. Five of Swords. 10 of Cups. 5 of Cups. Holy moly. Hi, Humanaki. Peria, I have particular teacups that make a good cup of tea. So while this is not fine china, this is good china. Woo! Yes, I do have some bone china. Bone china. All right, let me get into this guy's head here. All right, John, talk to me. So things were going well for him. Everything was going well for him at work. Somebody let me know in the comments, was there any kind of internal investigation or something going on prior to this? I really know very little about this case, but there was some kind of disciplinary or something that happened. Zeph, that's it. But it wasn't a higher up. It was almost like there was an issue with him because somebody got in trouble, like kind of because of him. This didn't come from the higher ups. It didn't come from the higher ups. So Dave, I'm going to fill you in. Here, I'll give you the brief synopsis. January 29th, 2022 at 6:03 a.m., Boston police officer John O'Keefe was found unconscious on the front lawn at 34 Fairview Road in Canton, Massachusetts. Residents belonged to Brian Albert, a fellow police officer, now retired. O'Keefe's body was discovered by his girlfriend, Karen Reed, along with Jennifer McCabe and Carrie Roberts. The women went searching for him. The women went searching for him after he failed to return home that morning. He was later declared dead at 7:59 a.m. at Good Samaritan Medical Center in Brockton. Autopsy performed 2 days later found that O'Keefe had died of impact injuries to the head. Medical examiner noted a laceration to the back of his head, skull fractures, a cut above his right eye, abrasions to his nose, arm, 2 black eyes, and a scratched right knee. Manner of death was undetermined. Reed was arrested on February 1st, his girlfriend, 2022, and charged with manslaughter, motor vehicle homicide, and leaving the scene of a motor vehicle collision causing death. She was accused of striking O'Keefe with her vehicle after he exited the car at 34 Fairview. Boston criminal defense attorney David Yannetti was hired as her counsel. June 9th of the same year, with no record, statements, or evidence, the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office announced that a grand jury indicted Reed on an additional charge of second-degree murder. Upgraded charges resulted in Reed's case being moved to Staunton District Court from Staunton District Court to Norfolk County Superior Court, where it was assigned to Judge Beverly Cannon. So the first trial began April 22nd, 2024, resulted in mistrial on the first due to a hung jury. She was retried April 1st, 2025. And in this, she was found guilty of operating a vehicle under the influence, but not guilty on all 3 major charges after 21 hours of deliberation. So there just wasn't enough information there. It just wasn't happening there. So he was moving on up in the department. And I'm just seeing there's no evidence that he was moving up in the department. But this tells me that he was. No, that's okay, Dave. Dave, I am going to give more factoids as I do these readings. So it's totally fine. I feel like I need to add more value for you guys. So I'm going to be doing more. And you may have noticed that in some of my production videos, I've been doing more facts and details before I start breaking down the reading. So he was moving up in the department, and one of these guys didn't like it. One of these guys didn't like it. And this is where they stopped his progress. Fool in reverse stopped his progress. He did not expect it. That's kind of the worst part. And I think, Johnny here is telling us, like, here I was studying to be a cop. I was a cop. I was studying to be a better cop. And I didn't even see this coming. Like, what the hell? Like, I like, that's kind of his whole attitude. Posthumously, his attitude is just like, well, what the hell? Like, what was it all for? Worst part is same team. If you ever saw the movie Super Troopers, same team, Farva, like, that was, and I'm sorry if I upset anybody, that's what he was thinking. He was like, come on, guys, like, same team. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing here? This cup of tea is delicious. What do you think about the whole Karen situation? Oh, very strong impact when I asked about Karen. He's glad it's over for her. Ace of Pentacles. He's mad that she can never start her life again. Queen of Pentacles. He is going to do whatever he can to help her kind of move on from this posthumously. But he is very worried about what will happen to her. Yeah, right, Zeph? Wow. He is worried about her, and I am ultra tuned in right now. Marianne, I don't know what that means. Colin Albert? That was his nickname, Johnny? What? It was Colin Albert. Yeah, right, Zeph? Oh, Zeph. Oof. Yeah. I don't know if you guys can actually see my arm right now, but every hair, oh, you can't. Every hair on my arm is up right now. Every hair. It's coursing through me. You had like a million psychics to talk to, like, getting the message through. He's like, it's like the movie Ghost. It's like the movie Ghost. If I could help out, he is very, very fine with her. Like, he doesn't have an issue with her at all, guys. Like, she didn't do this. Karen Reed did not do this. I'm saying it right now. She didn't do it. And we're having a heat wave, Dave. All right. So who are the two guys? So on the evening, January 28th, Reed met O'Keefe for drinks, blah, 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 blah. They were met up by Brian Albert, his wife, Nicole Albert. As the bar was closing, the group was going to go over to Albert's house as their son was celebrating his 23rd birthday. Reed and O'Keefe pulled up at 12:24. Reed didn't want to go inside. Was Karen, all right. Hi, Mikey B. Was Karen Reed, Did she just have a bad feeling about going in? Did she have a bad feeling about going in? Like, yeah, 4 of Swords. So I'm going to tell you guys, it's 9 of Swords, anxiety. So, guys, your gut tells you what's going on. Your gut will tell you. Your intuition will tell you what's happening. You'll notice the guy creeping behind you before you actually see him. I mean, you'll psychically notice. Karen Reed was having an episode at this moment. That's why she didn't want to go in. O'Keefe began walking toward the house at 12:31. Reed claims she watched him enter the house. Jennifer McCabe sent a text to O'Keefe at 12:31 saying, "Pull behind me," which he read shortly before locking his phone for the last time at 12:32. She did not send another text for 9 minutes. At 12:40, she sent an O'Keefe a text saying, "Hello." Reed grew impatient when O'Keefe did not come back out. What happened at that point? All right, what was going on in the house? What was going on in the house? What? Three of Wands. The plan was set. The plan was set. Hi, Star. High Priestess. All right. Now I know why everybody was so involved in this case. Like, it is pretty interesting. So, did they get him as soon as he walked in? Yeah. Yeah, guys. As soon as he walked in, they got him. Was Karen in danger? Would they have taken her out too? I don't mean out to the ball game. There's a fascinator, guys. Any of you new people, I can't say the word that starts with A, but I can say fascinate, which kind of sounds like it. They would have taken her out too. That's why he's worried about her, because posthumously, John O'Keefe knows that they'll come after her. Holy moly. Lead investigator on the case was fired on March 19th, 2025 due to Trooper Michael D. Proctor. He was fired due to his actions in the investigation, having sent derogatory, defamatory, disparaging, and otherwise inappropriate text message about a suspect in that investigation to others. So he was talking smack about her. But Michael Proctor, he just was mad because he thought she bumped off another cop. He's a cop's cop. Cop's cop. Six of Pentacles. Yeah, he didn't give her the benefit of the doubt. She was not innocent until proven guilty. Ask me questions, guys. What else do you want to know? I think the dude who owned the house did it. And I do think that some of those young men were involved. How about that? How about that? I think some of the young men that were there were involved. I think there was a couple of Utes. 2 Utes? Couple of Utes. Unbelievable. Awful. Awful, awful, awful. What can Karen do to protect herself? Other than, I don't think she's safe, Tina. I don't think she's safe at all. Look, there's our fascinator right there. They're trying to figure out how to make it happen. Knight of Swords, another fascinator. Just like how they moved him around, or the scenario was, let's move him around and figure out how we're going to do this. Humanaki, I know nothing about it either. That's why I got the wiki open on the other screen. King of Wands, 2 of Swords. Yeah. Look at 1, 2, 3. We definitely have 3 people that are involved in this. Definitely have 3 people that are involved in this. And I think the 2 younger men that were involved were given like assurances that they were going to be fine. They were going to be fine. They didn't have anything to worry about. Don't worry about it, kids. Don't worry about it. Wow, heavy stuff. Heavy stuff. I think we may revisit this 16 hours into the investigation before John O'Keefe's autopsy had been performed. Trooper John Proctor openly discussed the case in a group text with his high school friends. Proctor wrote, "They won't be able to prove Reed hit O'Keefe with their car, and that all the powers that be want answers ASAP." He also referred to as a whack job C word, saying she's effed, 0 chance she skates. I think that all came from just being a cop's cop. That's all I think it is. I know somebody claimed to that they saw the body was dragged to that spot. I believe that. I believe that. Was the body dragged to the spot it was found? Was it dragged there? Was it dragged? Ace of Wands. Page of Swords in reverse. Look at this, guys. Our fascinators. 3 of Swords. Had to fix it up. The Chariot. Chariot should be in the other direction. Why is it not? Empress. 4 of Pentacles. It was moved. 6 of Swords. It was moved. He was moved. I not say it. John O'Keefe was moved to that spot. All right, guys. Let's get some lighter fare here. No, Dave, we're not getting an ice age. Climate change. So, let's look at Dave Murphy's question. All right, so they got an issue with Trump falling asleep. The guy came back here and was trying to solve the world's issues. No wonder he was tired. Let me switch decks. We're going to go to this fun deck. Because it's like my Donald Trump deck. Not the gold one. Yeah, Penny, we're the 90s for the next few days. Monday, it's going to 100. We're going to turn it up to 100. Whoop. All right, so what? Donald Trump falling asleep at the G7. For Pete's sake. NBD, right? Like, no big deal. Judgment. And nothing he does is going to be right, guys. Like, they're just going to give him a hard time. Page of Wands. He was out of gas. Let him be out of gas. Nine of Cups. The Empress. He was caretaking back at home. And he just ran out of gas, guys. Like, this is not he's going to come back. He's going to be bigger than ever. He's going to be huge. He's going to talk about that big, beautiful flagpole at the White House. He says they're going to raise the flagpole. He's not going to use the E word because they'll crucify him in the press if he says the E word. So yeah, I think the falling asleep thing is easy to connect the dots. Let's talk about the drips. So the Albert that lived there cleared the floor, sold the house. Wait, what? What's happening? What am I missing? So is Trump getting infusions of something serious? Should we be worried about this? Drusilla, my darling, there you are. Ace of Pentacles, it's a vitamin. It's a vitamin. So when we talk about health stuff and you get pentacles, like, it's pills, it's medicine, it's vitamins, it's that kind of thing. Queen of Cups, he was not feeling well, guys. So I think that is fine. He doesn't drink and do substances, so he doesn't have any problems with hangovers or anything like that. But what I do think, Penny, I'm telling you, Greg and I we got a Groupon to go to one of these IV infusion clinics. It was like, I don't know, like $10 each. And I think it's just the bruise, Humanaki, that they saw. I think it was just like kind of a bruise. So when Greg and I went, I got the beauty one, and he got the health and fitness one. And Kennedy had a little bit of a different drip. They actually were getting like a speedy cocktail, let's put it that way. They were getting straight up amphetamines. But one of the cool side effects of when we went to the infusion clinic, Greg's back didn't hurt for like a few days. It's like a couple of days. So, it wasn't, like forever ending on, but, he did feel really good. I think that this was something that, in all that traveling and the stress of having, they're not legal there, Dave. So to be sure, ours are medical clinics. Like like there's a doctor on hand and like a clinician that actually does the drip for you. But there has to be a doctor on hand to write the prescription. So because after we did it, we have some friends that are nurses, and we were like, we totally need this for Gregtoberfest. We need people to come here and do these infusions. I wonder if you could like make a truck. And we talked to one of our friends who's a nurse about if she could do it. And she was the one who explained to us that you have to have a doctor on staff, and they have to prescribe the salty water that goes into your vein. So yes, Dave, when you come here, we'll do that. We'll go. You know what we'll do? We'll do like a Zen day with Dave. We'll go to a float clinic, and then we'll get some IVs right after. I'll find one in New York that we can do all that. And like, we won't be hanging out, like we'll just be floating around in water. But they're actually pretty great. Yes, Gregtoberfest, and we even have branded glasses, Gregtoberfest. So Greg was doing the collectible glasses for a long time. So I think he did feel a little bit under the weather from the back and forth, that unexpected trip home during the G7. So they can all The margarita IV. I'm actually making margarita chicken. It has to marinate for 24 hours. After our past life regression, I am going to make my marinade, and I will let you guys know how it is. It's like a margarita mix that you put in there. Oh, you do have flow clinics. That's great. Yes, I am very excited about this margarita chicken. I am very excited about it. So we'll see how it comes out. It's grilled, and then you make the marinade into a delicious goopy sauce. So it should be pretty good. Let me jump on over here and see what else. So somebody had asked, since we're on this topic, Star, I'm going to drop yours in here. What about Medbeds? Let's talk about Medbeds. So one of my friends who's like a conspiracy theorist, she's actually very, very level-headed. And if you met her, you'd never think she was like into like all these conspiracies. And, she thinks that a whole bunch of world leaders have been taken off the earth plane, tried in Guantanamo Bay and all kinds of cool stuff. So let's see. We're going to switch decks back. We're going to go back to kittens. Everybody needs some kittens. We all need some kittens. So are Medbeds a thing? Uh-oh. Hang on. Star, we have a yes on that. Let me see. Oh, you know what? Turn on. Edit. Hang on, booby. All right. Zeph, give it a try. See if it works now. I just made some corrections to it. So there we go. So we do, in fact, have bed meds. What did I say? Medbeds. We do, in fact, have medbeds already. So here's my question. I got you, Humanaki. Last time I talked about Greta Thunberg, though, I got in a lot of trouble. So we'll see how it goes. Oh, it's a good cup of tea. It's getting cold. So the med beds, do they involve red and blue lights? There you go, Zeph. Yes. Guys, these med beds are going to have to do some they're going to work with light. Are they going to work with sound? They're going to work with sound too. Just so you guys know, Jana and I we're trauma bonded. Dave Murphy, thank you so much. I appreciate that. You are such a great guy. Tea leaves or tea bags. So the med beds, I absolutely think that they are going to be. And I know people are going to think this is wacky. They're going to be light and sound healing. There is probably light and vibration, and I'm wondering if that's why they are available. My gym has red and blue light therapy available there. Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Wands. They're testing it out. They're testing it out already. So, life under the dome star. So, is light therapy, are these med beds going to be incorporated into our world? Ace of Swords, coming soon, coming to a place near you soon. Four of Pentacles, please stand by. The Empress, there is something that they still need to figure out on. There's something they still have to figure out on them. There's some things that they cannot fix, and they need to address that. Hang on. Placing an order. May I have another cup of tea, please, with milk and sugar? Thank you. Terrible mother. Terrible mother. Oh, YouTube kicked you off. What, Marianne? That's crazy. There's something about these med beds that they have to fix. There is an anti-aging component to them that I'm just going into psychics here, guys. So there's an anti-aging component about these med beds that they have to work on, because that is really where a majority of that healing comes from. It's turning it's not repairing the cells as much as it's turning the clock back on them. So I don't think that they are very successful at doing that. And there is something about pregnant women that they can't really use it on pregnant women. So if it's something you can't use on pregnant women, there has to be some kind of caution there. Just one sugar, please. Thank you. You are such a sweetie pie. So, yeah, Marianne, Zephyr wasn't getting any notifications either. So, are the good question, Stephanie? Yeah, well, I'm making a question out of it. Do they have these in effect for the elites already? 10 of Wands. 2 of Pentacles. Not all. Not all. Justice. There's a vanity thing that's going on here. I think they're using it for celebrities, and it's aesthetic right now. But there is a medical component of it that will benefit people. I'm asking the big question. Oh, don't get me started on Bohemian Grove. That owl. Whoo, whoo, whoo. Will these med beds cure cancer? Will they cure cancer? Nine of Wands. The problem, guys, this is the problem. They've got to make it advantageous for those that make money off these things. And they're working on that right now. Yeah, where is Alex Jones? 7 of Wands. Even if they do, so like my uncle worked in the auto industry. He was a car dealer. He's still alive, but he was an auto dealer. He owned dealerships, and him and some of his friends that were in the industry actually invented this additive that you could put in your gas, and it would make your it would like double or triple your mileage that you would get out of a gallon of gas. Oh, milk and sugar, please. I put
Sure. You asked for just sugar.
No, milk and sugar. Can I have some milk too, please? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm working. Thank you. Worst mother ever. So Sam, I think that there's been a cure too, but I think that this is a bit more effective because it's like laser. It's like a laser, but it's not a laser. They have to make it advantageous to the people that make money. And it is not financially beneficial to them to lose this revenue. I know it sounds terrible, but it's just not. Even when I muted myself, guys. Can you hear me? Thumb up. Can you hear me? Thumb up. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Let me make sure I am here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, what I was saying was, even when they make it financially helpful. Thank you, sweetie. I love you. You're fantastic. The powers that be, those people behind the curtain, are going to screw over the makers of this. They're going to make it. I think it's going to be a product that's not available for everybody. The world is too much with us. We don't need all these people. So I think it's going to be available to higher ups. I do think it's curious that we don't hear about a lot of celebrities dying of cancers of late. Haria, I agree. There is a cure for every illness in the body. It is in nature, and they just have to find it. I'm going to highlight that. There you go. Mikey B. Create the cure, then create the problem. Yeah, interesting. Very, very interesting. The kitties make it look so nice. They do. So guys, we are gonna. I've got the hypnosis session at 6 o'clock. So let me go and see if I've got any more questions here. Yes, I do. For fun. There we go. We're gonna pull that one up. If you guys have any questions, go ahead. Drop them in. Drop them in. Drop them in. Is Greta Thunberg actually Madeline McCann? Yeah, Stephanie, I'm going to agree with that. No, she's not. Oh, Samantha, I'm so jealous you can make the degree sign. So, let's see if the jab is causing all that MS. Jib jab. Not to be confused with the Tim Tam. Yes, Stanley Myers with his water-powered car. Gregopedia told me the other day that Japan has actually come up with a hydro car. So that ought to be interesting. Next stop, big volcano in Japan. Big earthquake. So what's the deal with multiple sclerosis and celebrities? Is it the jib jab? 3 of Pentacles. It's a combination of things. Including medications. Dave, I know all about the Tim Tam Slam. I think that's really cool. I wish I had a Tim Tam to go in my tea right now. Drusilla, I got your question next. I will answer that. Oh. So it is a combination. All of this MS is a combination of some components from that thing. And the water. There's stuff in the water, guys. I'm sorry. And it's wild because Alicia Wicker last year, well, during the pandemic, kept getting the water, the water, the water. There's something in the water. They're going to take the fluoride out of it, but they're going to put something else in. In 5 minutes, Anna's live gets shut down. 5, 4. So, I don't know what a Leamington is. And Samantha, just so you know, like American chocolate is so gross, like compared to your chocolate. And I can't remember the name of it. It's like Dior. It's the Belgian chocolate that has the little elephant on it. Is it an elephant? It's an elephant. Yeah. An elephant or a bear. Drawn a blank. So that is my favorite chocolate. Tim Tam Slam. Yes, Cadbury. Cadbury is ridiculous. We get chocolate from Scotland periodically from Alan's mother. The kids do. I don't. Just like me. But no, Tina, the Tim Tam is a cookie, and you bite off both ends of it, and then you drink your tea through it. Like awesome. I love it. Tim Tam Slam. Oh, what a Golden Gay Time. What is a Golden Gay Time? Is that a candy? Sounds like a fun night out. So here we go. That's a good question. So all right, I'll show everybody what a Tim Tam is. Looked like I was going to get up and pull one out of my pocket, didn't it? So this is a Tim Tam, and what you do? Oh wait, the original is the one you have to get, right? How come was that? There you go. You guys can see it. So you bite off one end, each end, and then you drink your tea through it, and it's supposed to be the most delicious thing ever. So I have to get me some Tim Tams. Well, I had no idea there were so many. There's a lot of different Tim Tams. Oh, I can get them in 2 days. I might do that. I might order them today. These are not the American maids. These are Australian. Yeah. These are packed. They're air freighted directly from Australia and housed in a beautiful gift box. I think I'm going to need to order some Tim Tams. All right. We'll stop sharing. I'll stop shopping. Oh yeah, American made chocolate is not good. It is not good. So will we ever be able to sue? Let's look at we'll look at America first. Not like America first. Are we ever going to I have issues since I got mine. I have issues, guys. No. It basically would bankrupt the world. It would be a complete disaster. It would be a complete disaster. Oh, Tina, Scottish store. We had a cute little Scottish store. And they got rid of it. It was not doing well. But it goes way back. It was way back in the 90s when I was first dating Angus's dad, and he was all excited because he could get haggis, and he got haggis there, and it was not as good as it was at home. And he said, "Oh, the ones back at home, they had all sawdust," and I was like, "Oh God." So yeah. So all right, kids. Well, I think that is going to be that for the interim, because I do have a 6 o'clock with you guys. I may crank out a short video between now and then. But like I said, I'm going to rename my sale. It is going to be, do you guys want the link for the Tim Tams? I'll drop this. This is for the group box. Here, I'll give you a link. This is American. This is Amazon in America. But you can find them, at least. Like that's the Arnott's Tim Tam chocolate cookies. So Dave, I hope I'm giving out the right information here. The correct info. There's caramel. Oh no, there's chocolate and then there's caramel. Oh, Dave, we're gonna have to, you and I are gonna have a when I order these, we'll have we'll make a video together of us having a Tim Tam slam. Greg loves Swedish fish, Samantha, and he's not supposed to have them. He's not supposed to have quite that much sugar. He comes home with Swedish fish and he's like, I got fish. I went fishing. I'm like, you didn't go fishing. You went fishing for higher blood sugar, knucklehead. So Tim Tam Wham. Dave, maybe we'll invent something like that. Like, I make a mean white Russian, and actually by mean white Russian, they're not going to care about me giving them publicity. I'm this close to 7,000 subscribers. I would love that. I'm still working with Otter Spirit though. So Otter Spirit, I'm going to do a new video for them this weekend. So Samantha, you're a hoot. Samantha, I hope you're going to come to the Past Life Regression. If anyone needs that link again, I'm going to drop it one more time. Copy link, paste, and there you go. There you go. So, guys, if you want to come, how many people do we have signed up? 17. There's 3 more spots. 3 more spots. So you guys jump in there free. Oh, good. Yay, Samantha. So if nothing else, you'll get nice and relaxed and cool out for a little while. So looking forward to seeing everybody there. Everyone, mods, thank you very much. Clapping for my mods. Let me see some clapping. They have clapping here. I'll give them some magic. Because they are the most awesome mods ever. Most awesome mods. A good vodka through a Tim Tam. That's what I'm talking about. So we're gonna make some cocktails to go with Tim Tams. And then I'll get sponsored by Tim Tams. All right, Jane, are you coming? Are you gonna come do Past Life Regression, or is it too late for you, lovey? I know it's late. Well, but you can fall asleep. I'll turn your mic off. Don't worry about it. It'll be fun. All right, guys. I will see you all later. Tomorrow I'm going to be open for 12 hours straight. I am going to do as many readings as possible tomorrow while Greg is off in the distance. Greg's going on a bike crawl, bike bar crawl. So, all right, I'm going to jump over there too. Everybody jump over to Candor, the Enigma XOXO. We'll be over there in like 2 seconds. All right, I'll drop the link when I get over there. All right, thanks, guys. Bye-bye.